Senator Cormann.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. I rise to take note of answers given by Senators Evans and Arbib to questions asked by opposition senators. Mr Deputy President, this is a government that continues to duck for cover. It's a government that refuses to take responsibility for its serious failures with the home insulation program. Earlier this week, I asked Minister Arbib when he first became aware of the safety issues for workers involved in the rushed and failed home insulation program, and he refused to answer. Senator Arbibs today asked Senator Evans, representing the Prime Minister, whether he would be able to ask the Prime Minister to get that information, because the Prime Minister tells us that he is responsible. The buck stops with him. And in relation to Senator Arbib, Senator Evans just glibly suggested, well, why don't you ask him a question? So I asked Senator Arbib again a second time, when did you, Minister, first become aware of the serious safety issues involved for workers involved in the failed home insulation program? And again, he was very disciplined, very focused in giving us a lot of propaganda, but he did not answer the core question. When was he, as the Minister assisting the Prime Minister with government service delivery, as Mr Stimulus himself, when had he been first made aware of the serious safety issues for workers involved in the failed home insulation program? To this day, we don't have an answer, and I can only hope that Senator Evans will take his commitment to this chamber seriously and raise the matters with the Prime Minister, and that the Prime Minister will be true to his word, that he is responsible, and that he will get the information from Minister Arbib that we continue to be unable in this chamber to get from him. Now, when he was appointed as the minister, he was Mr Stimulus. He was going to be the one who was going to be responsible for all these jobs out there. He was out there bragging about every single job created. He was, in speech after speech, he was telling us what a wonderful program it was. But now that things are going pear-shaped, he's running for cover. And ducking for cover, as Senator Bernardi just mentioned. Now, this was a rushed program, and it was implemented in the most incompetent manner, and that's, all of that has been well documented in recent weeks. But why is it that this minister, who told us earlier this week that he attended regular meetings to supervise the rollout of this program, to discuss issues of risk, to discuss issues in relation to the rollout of this program, why is it that he is not prepared to tell us when he first became aware of the serious issues for workers' safety in relation to this program? Perhaps he doesn't know. Perhaps he doesn't know. And the reality with this, Mr. Deputy President, is that this minister is too busy. He is too busy running the affairs of the New South Wales Labor Party to be properly focused on his responsibilities as a minister. I mean, this is a minister who is trying to stop premiers from getting rolled in New South Wales, who is having to manage the fallout when they do get rolled, who is doing deals, offering up Labor Party pre-selection to the Senate and then taking it away, who is having lunches and dinners in the cafes and Chinese restaurants of Sydney, offering pre-selection, taking it away. And I'm very interested in the contribution of Senator Hutchins here in this chamber to this taking note, because I'd like to hear from Senator Hutchins what he thinks about Senator Arbib's activities in New South Wales. And then, here he's got his protégés being appointed as Secretary Generals of the New South Wales Labor Party and then getting them sacked. And of course, if you get them sacked, you've got to find them a job in the Senate. And who are going to be the people suffering the consequences of that, I wonder. But I mean, if you've got a minister that's out there so entrenched and so desperate to stay on top of the machinations of the New South Wales Labor Party, of course he cannot focus on his true job as a Minister of the Crown. Now, Mr. Deputy President, I mean, this is very, very serious. There's been some serious failings in the rollout of a program that was seriously criticised by industry experts right from the word go. The minister has got some serious questions to answer, and he's refusing to answer them. And the Prime Minister, who has been relying on Senator Arbib to get his job, to roll the great Labor federal member from Western Australia, Kim Beazley, he's been relying on Senator Arbib to get his job, so he's probably accommodating his failings and we would argue perhaps too much. He is prepared to look past it. But this is a time when the Prime Minister should stand up to the New South Wales Labor right power broker Senator Arbib, because he's actually losing his influence. Like word on the street is that he's struggling to keep hold of what's going on over there. And I hope, for the sake of Senator Hutchinson, that he will not succeed in stopping his pre-selection.